Hello friends, this is Daniel, aka 𝗵𝗲𝗛𝗆, just here with a quick update about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, as you guys may have seen, Nintendo themselves posted this update video saying that the game is delayed to 2023, specifically spring of 2023. Now, we've talked a lot about this launch window timing and things like that on the podcast and on the channel here, and I myself have openly said I didn't think the game was going to be delayed until I hear it from Nintendo directly. And now I'm eating my words. So that's how it goes sometimes. But now we know spring 2023 is a little bit more specific of a launch window timing than the just vague 2022 that we had before. So I still see that as good news. We have a more firm idea of when this game is coming out. Now, keeping in mind spring technically starts in late March, but they could release it early in March. Breath of the Wild released on March 3rd, and the sequel could also come out on March 3rd of 2023 because that is also a Friday. And Nintendo games do typically launch on Fridays. So that is a possible launch day, but I wouldn't take that as a guarantee either. It could be any other day of the week or any other day during spring. It doesn't even have to be March, really. Aside from Aonuma's nice new haircut, they also showed a few clips of the game. Now, a couple we've actually seen before in the E3 2021 trailer, but then they showed a couple of new clips here, specifically of Link standing on what looks to me like one of these floating sky islands and holding the Master Sword, which is totally busted. I'd like to go over a few details that they showed here. Link's still wearing the same chitin outfit that he wore in the other trailer, but we do get a great look at his face in this trailer, which, as 𝗟𝗏 pointed out on Twitter here, officially ends the debate about whether or not this was actually Link or some other player. I have always said that it's definitely Link, and the reason they didn't show his face was because this is a third-person adventure game, and that's just where the camera happens to be in third-person adventure games. But there you go, guys. For those who were doubters or those who really thought this or held to this theory, there's your proof. For real, Link is Link. He's still wearing this outfit. He's got his mangled sort of magic arm thing with all these bracers on it, and the Master Sword is completely ruined. The blade is like charred coral almost. It's definitely in far worse condition than we saw in the memories of the first Breath of the Wild. Now, if you're wondering how this happened, I think that this moment from the E3 2021 trailer is exactly the moment that the Master Sword gets mangled like this, when Link's sword hand, while he's holding the sword, gets covered with malice like this. So I think it harms the sword and Link's arm at the same time. There's like an over-the-shoulder shot where the hilt is glowing and then he pulls it out and the blade sort of glows. There's a possibility that this is 𝗨 or 𝗨's spirit communicating with Link. The blade did glow like this in Breath of the Wild, and in Skyward Sword it was often the hilt that would glow when 𝗨 was speaking with Link. So either way, it works. Also, just a fun detail, the little tassels on Link's robe here make a pattern that forms the Triforce. I just thought that was a little neat detail. And as far as what's actually going on in this scene, it's a little hard to see. There's like this glowing energy here, and it looks like Link is going to maybe purify or restore the blade somehow in this energy, sort of similar to the sacred flames from Skyward Sword, but we don't know for sure. Now, there's a glowing symbol on Link's hand. We've actually seen this glowing symbol on his hand in the E3 2021 trailer as well, when Link used the time control ability. We actually get a little bit of a look at Link's hand here in this over-the-shoulder shot, and it's definitely not the Triforce, which we often see on the back of Link's hand in other games. I think is linked to this sort of ZOEY hand, or whatever we want to call it at this point. And really, it's just those two shots that are new. Broken Master Sword, glowy hand, Link's face while we see him in this outfit. So not too much that's actually new, but now we know Breath of the Wild sequel, spring 2023, and here's some new details. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know this is just a short little update video, but even still, with such a short clip, there's still lots to talk about here. So I hope you found this informative and helpful, and make sure to stay tuned on the Game Over Jessie channel. Even though Jessie's laptop is still broken, the rest of the team here, we're trying to keep some momentum going on the channel. We just had a fundraiser stream last night where we played some Mario Kart with viewers and raised some money to help Jessie get his laptop replaced. The donation link is still in the description of that video, so if you still want to help out or you missed your chance last night, we're still accepting donations, and we're ever grateful. We'll probably be doing another one of those streams sometime in the next couple weeks or so as well, so keep an eye out for an announcement with that. And before we go, I just want to say thank you to all the Patreon supporters on the Game Over Jessie channel here, which includes Jon Snow, ZAIN, FRAN, WIGGLYWIGGLE, NORNARB, SOBERX, Mr. Monocled Metroid, Jin, Super NX64, David, Zoe, Natsu, Jessie Wood, ANDREMOI, Ashton, Justin, Candy, Chad, BKRS7, Loverulian Sheep, Blargnar, Monica Spath, Shadow Tuus, Rusty Caulfield, Lovable Christie, Henry, and Gus. Thank you all so much for supporting Jessie here on the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye!